Welcome to Bedtime Horror, your portal to scary stories. Our journey to the Arctic began with a flight that carried us into the heart of this frozen wilderness. As we descended onto the desolate landscape, the sheer vastness of the Arctic sprawled out before us, a canvas of snow and ice that stretched to the horizon. The biting cold welcomed us as we stepped onto the frozen ground, ready to embark on an expedition into the unknown. Our goal was clear: to explore the uncharted territories, conduct research, and witness the raw beauty that only the Arctic could offer. The wind carried the whispers of the region's untold stories as we set up our camp, the excitement of adventure echoing through the icy air. Next day did our journey into the Arctic begin with a sense of anticipation that matched the vastness of the icy wilderness before us. The landscape, painted in shades of white and blue, stretched endlessly, inviting us to explore its secrets. As we ventured deeper into the frozen expanse, a biting wind whispered tales of isolation and survival. The Arctic air clung to our faces, and the crunching of snow beneath our boots echoed through the stark silence. Our breaths formed fleeting clouds, vanishing into the frigid atmosphere. The snow-covered plains unfolded like a canvas of solitude, and our spirits soared with the promise of adventure. However, after 2 hours of walking through the snow, the Arctic, with its unpredictable temperament, soon reminded us of our vulnerability. The distant horizon blurred as a snowstorm swept in, transforming the serene landscape into a tempest of swirling flakes. Each step forward felt like a negotiation with the icy forces that sought to test our mettle. The storm intensified, reducing visibility to mere meters. Disoriented and buffeted by the relentless wind, we pressed on, driven by a desire to uncover the mysteries hidden within the Arctic embrace. It was in this precarious moment that we stumbled upon a discovery, not of our own seeking: the distant figure of a polar bear, its massive form barely visible through the swirling snow. Fear surged within us as the realization struck that we were not alone in this frozen realm. The polar bear, a silent guardian of the Arctic expanse, had detected our presence and now approached with a determined stride. Panic set in as we found ourselves entwined in a primal dance with the wilderness, the line between predator and prey blurred by the unforgiving storm. In haste, we retraced our steps, the wind carrying the echo of the polar bear's growls. With every passing moment, the distance between us and the relentless predator narrowed. The Arctic, once a canvas of adventure, now unfolded as a test of survival, each gust of wind serving as a reminder of our vulnerability. As the polar bear's form loomed closer, an unexpected sight emerged in the distance, a faint silhouette against the whiteness of the storm. A cabin, weathered and worn, stood as an unlikely refuge in the heart of the Arctic tempest. Our pounding hearts raced toward this sanctuary, driven by the instinct to survive the primal encounter with the Arctic's untamed might. The cabin, a beacon in the blinding snowstorm, beckoned us with the promise of warmth and safety. Our boots sank into the deep snow as we sprinted towards the refuge, adrenaline pumping through our veins. The polar bear's growls faded into the howling wind as we reached the cabin's weathered door, our hands fumbling to push it open. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of aged wood and the chill of isolation. The flickering light of a lantern greeted us, revealing a modest interior that spoke of years gone by. Shelves lined with faded books and preserved supplies hinted at a time when someone, perhaps an Arctic explorer like ourselves, sought solace within these walls. However, our moment of relief was short-lived. Through the howling wind, we heard the unmistakable thud of massive paws against the cabin door. Panic set in as we realized the polar bear had followed us, its predatory instincts urging it to breach the barrier between us and the safety of the cabin. Frantically, we scrambled to secure the door, pulling anything we could find to barricade it against the bear's relentless assault. The beast outside roared, its frustration echoing through the storm. Each attempt to force the door open sent shivers down our spines, the fear of being face to face with the Arctic's apex predator igniting our survival instincts. Throughout the night, we huddled in the cabin's confines, our makeshift barricade tested by the relentless force of the polar bear. The lantern's feeble light cast eerie shadows on the walls, amplifying the tension within the cabin. The storm outside mirrored the tempest of emotions within us as we faced the harsh reality of the Arctic's unpredictability. Morning came, and the storm still raged. With trepidation, we cautiously opened the cabin door, half expecting the polar bear to be waiting on the other side. To our relief, the vast whiteness of the Arctic greeted us, devoid of any immediate danger. Determined to find our camp in safety, we trudged through the snow, guided only by our memory of the landscape. The storm continued its relentless assault, each step a struggle against the biting cold and unforgiving wind. Hours passed before we stumbled upon the familiar site of our camp, now half buried beneath layers of snow. As we unearthed the remnants of our expedition, the storm began to wane, leaving behind a stark silence in the Arctic expanse. The polar bear, a distant memory in the wilderness, had tested our resilience and survival instincts. The cabin, now a symbol of our triumph over the Arctic's ferocity, stood behind us as we emerged from the storm, alive, and with a newfound respect for the unpredictable beauty of this frozen frontier. Thanks for watching, and I hope this story was to your liking.